Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am not here with Geeky Sparkles. She's out and about this morning, but I'm going to give you another daily dose of dismal Disney. And it's really freaking dismal. Look at this. Disney stock is down to $111 a share. That's freaking abysmal. I didn't think it was going to drop anymore. It actually had gone up somewhat the other day, but this is bad. And when the stock is this bad, somebody's got to pay for it, and it turns out it's going to be Jeff Morel, and he's got to fall on his sword because of the Disney quote-unquote, what the media is calling it, don't say gay debacle down in Florida, and that definitely has impacted their stock somewhat, but it is going to be death by a thousand cuts for Disney, and it's not just that. It isn't just the Florida thing that's causing the stock to crater. It's also concern over their streaming business model because Netflix, of course, took a huge tumble. And I don't think Disney Plus's numbers are going to be that great. I think if Netflix is suffering, if Netflix can't find more subscribers, I think Disney is going to find themselves in a pretty similar situation. And people are getting tired of the theme parks nickel and diming people, and they've got some fierce competition coming up with Nintendo and Universal and inflation. You know, people aren't going to have money to go on ridiculously overpriced vacations anymore. So even if it's not directly tied into all the drama down in Florida, Disney is definitely going to face a pretty tough uphill battle for the next couple of years, I think. We'll see what happens. Anyway, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 266,000 subs. Thank you for the support. We do talk a lot about Disney, having worked in and around the company for a number of years. And no, we didn't quit Disney. We walked away from Disney because, just number of reasons. But I used to be part of the trusted media. I used to shill for Disney. It got to be kind of boring after a while. It was like, what the hell else am I supposed to say about the fucking cupcake? Like, it's a cupcake. It's got mouse ears on it. Woo, it's cute. Buy it, But it's getting harder and harder to defend this company. And I've gotten to a point now where I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Seriously, what are you doing? And, Disney tried to play it down the middle with the parental rights and education bill. I think that's what it's called down in Florida. And Bob Chapek came out with a crafted message that said Disney was not going to get involved in politics. They were going to, put their political messaging in their entertainment products. And we saw how that went, right? With the Reimagine Tomorrow live stream that got captured. And, people found out that Disney had donated to Republicans in Florida because, of course, they did, because Republicans basically control Florida. Of course they did. They had to call in special perks. And then Governor DeSantis, not happy with with Disney's position. They said that they were going to do everything they could do to fight the bill that he signed, the Parental Rights and Education Bill. And then that led to them effectively shutting down Reedy Creek, which is the law that gives Disney ridiculous special privilege in Florida. They're basically their own government. They're like the Vatican. And that will be ending, I guess, next year. And I guarantee you there's going to be all kinds of legal drama over that shit. Anyway, somebody had to pay for it. And I think before it's all said and done, it's going to be Bob Chapek. I think they're going to throw Bob Chapek under the bus. I think he always was meant to be a temporary CEO. I think he was always going to be the fall guy. He was going to be the guy that they put in for the pandemic. And I got to wonder if the rumors aren't true about them bringing back Bob Iger, to save, quote unquote, save the company from itself, after Chapek takes the blame for everything. Because, here's the thing. The company starts doing bad. They can start firing people or laying people off that maybe are costing them money. And kind of course correct without publicly course correcting. Companies do this all the time. Like, hey, we made a huge mistake hiring these activists to work for us. Oh, look, there's an economic downturn and we had to lay people off. Aw, shucks. Just happens to be all of our unionized employees, right, Kickstarter? That's how that works. And I think Disney might do something similar to that. This might be kind of how they try to course correct. They might be like, oh, golly, gee, things aren't good, so let's get rid of Reimagine Tomorrow and all of those people. And yeah, guys, we're still on team LGBTQ, honest. Just, we had to make some tough decisions during a down economy. Anyway, Jeff Morel, I guess is his name. He was the chief corporate affairs officer for Disney, basically the communications guy, and he's gone. He's toast after 3 months. It's coming from piratesandprincesses.net, which Geeky runs, so she's here in spirit, right? Hello. Jeff Morel is leaving the Walt Disney Company after less than 4 months as the chief corporate affairs officer. Many are speculating this is due to Disney's fight with Florida. We're going to talk about that. CNBC seems to confirm that is the case. Somebody had to pay. It's odd that the choices for replacements are more than one person, and one is called a Biden administration insider. Oh boy. According to Deadline, Christina Shake, the Biden insider, will now be executive vice president, global communications, in charge of Disney's communication. Chapek states President Biden's COVID-19 vaccine education program, communications for Instagram, and leadership positions in political campaigns in the Obama White House. Okay, so maybe they're not going to toss people overboard after all. Maybe they're going to double down. Disney might be getting worse with politics. Disney's general counsel, Horacio Gutierrez, is taking over the government relations and global public policy position. Executive VP of Corporate Social Responsibility, Jenny Cohen, is now going to report to Bob Chapek so he knows who Disney is donating to. 3 people to take over one person's job. That's weird. So this is the memo from Bob Chapek. He's incredibly confident in the team. So yeah, I don't think Disney is going to be politically neutral anytime soon. I think they might eventually use the pandemic to toss problematic people overboard. Kind of like Kickstarter did when it starts to affect their bottom line, and it is affecting their bottom line. It doesn't matter what the messaging is because the shareholders are going to be like, you know what my message is? Yeah, my stock is down. My bank account is empty. That's the message I'm getting. Fix it. So this is coming from CNBC. Disney exec Jeff Morel, who helped craft the response to Don't Say Gay, leaves company after 3 months. I'm sure he got fired. I think they bought him out. They had to get somebody to offer up to the angry mob to be like, well, all that backlash, that was this guy. And we got rid of him and we replaced him with somebody who worked with Biden, the Biden administration. Yeah, because we're politically neutral, right? I think Disney's lost at this point. Disney is lost. There's no coming back anytime soon. I mean, I think they will eventually, but it's going to take a while, and they're going to have to get their asses kicked a lot harder than they have. Yeah, this is his official statement. After 3 months in this new role, it has become clear to me that for a number of reasons, it's not the right fit because you got shit canned there, dude. Morel said in a letter to his team that CNBC has obtained, after talking this over with Bob Chapek, I've decided to leave the company to pursue other opportunities. Morel's 3-month tenure has been rocky. He took the job after years as the chief spokesman for oil and energy giant BP. Prior to that, he was a White House correspondent at ABC News and chief spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Defense under Bush and Obama. So apparently Disney likes these political mouthpieces. According to people who worked with him, Morel set out to be more transparent with Disney's communication than his predecessor, I think it was Xenia Musha, who was known to closely guard Disney's image. After starting on January 24th, Morel guided Disney and Chapek to publicly explain why it hadn't taken a public stand on Florida's controversial Don't Say Gay legislation, which barred some elementary school instruction of sexual orientation and gender identity. Chapek wrote a letter to staff on March 7th explaining why Disney hadn't publicly made a statement. Corporate statements do very little to change outcomes or minds. Well, I don't know. Statements you've been making lately are definitely changing people's minds. Morel's thinking, according to people familiar with the matter, was based on setting precedent. He feared if Disney took a public stand against Don't Say Gay, the company may also have to publicly fight future human rights issues, including potential offenses from China, an important market for Disney content. So basically, he was like, say we're politically neutral so we can get away with pandering to the Chinese government. There we go. Morel also feared potential 2024 presidential candidates, Trump and DeSantis, who championed the bill, would use Disney as a punching bag if the company opposed the bill. Guess what? Here we are. Morel has been proven correct in recent weeks after Disney quickly reversed its decision to stay silent amid large protests from Disney employees. Large? Really? Isn't this like this one guy at Disney World? I mean, yeah, California is different, but they've also had conservative employees come out and say, hey, stop it. Stop getting political. DeSantis signed a bill earlier this month that removes certain privileges granted to Disney decades ago, I think it's supposed to be, concerning the land surrounding Disney World's theme park. Yeah, so Reedy Creek was originally instituted because Walt Disney wanted to build Epcot as a city, as a town. And they never really did that. They just made another theme park. And they've more or less been taking advantage of the situation for decades. But it is going to upset the apple cart in Florida for sure. Morel's strategy opened up the company to months of protests that could have been avoided. Disney employees have held walkouts and run social media campaigns with the hashtag #FireChapek after the company's dithering response. I think they're going to fire Chapek. His contract is up at the end of 2023. There are rumors that Disney would bring Bob Iger back. And again, looking at that, if it does happen that they bring Iger back, that is some 4D chess. It's almost like they knew Disney was in for a rough couple of years, because of the pandemic and other reasons or whatever. So they put Chapek in like a freaking deer in the headlights to take the blame, and then they can have Iger come in and make it look like he's saving Disney. I'm coming back to save Disney. Disney's brand is arguably its most important asset, and the company has largely avoided these types of public relation missteps in the past. Morel appears to be taking the fall for the past 2 months by announcing his resignation. Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily his choice. I think he's being pushed out. But I think if this is any indication with who they're replacing him with, Disney is going to get a lot worse. It's going to get worse for Disney here on out. I think they're going to continue to push, further left. I think they're going to eventually, Disney's going to keep making money, but eventually they're going to get to a place where they have alienated like middle America completely, chasing woke dollars. And we're starting to see that that's not going to pay the bills long term. A lot of companies, even David Zaslav, who's a Democrat, I believe, is realizing that to save Warner, he needs to come in and get rid of stuff that doesn't perform. It doesn't make money. And I just have to wonder what the ceiling is for Disney. At what point is Disney going to realize that pandering to woke, childless hipsters is not a long-term sustainable business model for a company that has been built around family and family entertainment? I think a day of reckoning is definitely coming, and it's again, death by 1,000 cuts is not just one thing. I just think the Florida situation has escalated things considerably, and now the general public sees that Disney does indeed have a political agenda. They do have things that they're pushing for in entertainment, and not everybody's on board with it. You've effectively cut your audience in half, or less than half. So I'm going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe, it's open and brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted.
No. Oh, wait.
Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a
Not girl boss, not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
He is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like, I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What?
Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him! Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. Ooh, sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should like really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
No. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.